Have you tried baking cookies without an oven? Well, it's quite easy. All you need is a few kitchen utensils and you'll have cookies on your table in a matter of minutes. So today we'll be making lemon cookies, which are going to turn out very flavorful, delicious, and crunchy. The first step is going to be improvising making our stovetop oven, and you'll need a big aluminium pot, a lid, and 3/4 kg of salt. I already have mine in the pot, so we're going to get started by preheating our oven. Over medium-low flame, we're going to wait for the oven to preheat while making our cookie dough. In my bowl, I have 1 cup of margarine. You can also add in some softened butter. You'll need a spatula to whip up your margarine for around a minute. You'll need 1 cup margarine, which also you can substitute with softened butter. And using a spatula, you're going to whip up for around a minute. Once the margarine is light, you're going to add in 3/4 cup of sugar, mixing using your spatula. And once fully combined, you're going to grate in 1.5 teaspoons of lemon zest. So using a hand grater, I'm going to grate in my lemon zest into the sugar and margarine. Grate the green part of the lemon, not the white part, because the cookies are going to turn out bitter. Grate in the green part of the lemon, not the white part, because you don't want your cookies to turn out bitter. I'm using 3 lemons for this recipe. And the lemon zest is going to add in a very nice zesty flavor to our lemon cookies. And once I'm done, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. So I'm going to pick my lemon and roll a little bit on my countertop. Cut with a knife. Pick your bowl. Lemon squeezer, and then you're going to squeeze in 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Mix in using a spatula. The lemon juice is going to take the lemon flavor a notch higher. So next you're going to crack in 2 eggs. Whip up using a spatula for around a minute. And when ready, you're going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of salt, baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla essence. You don't want to overwhelm the lemon flavor. You can see the butter has a greenish hue from the lemon zest. So lastly, you're going to add in your all-purpose flour and mix until a dough is formed. As you're mixing, make sure to scrape the bottom of the bowl so that all the dry ingredients can get fully combined with the wet. If you notice that your dough is on the sticky side, just sprinkle in a little bit of all-purpose flour as you mix until a firm dough is formed. When you add in 2 large eggs, the butter will be a little bit wet, so you'll add in or sprinkle in a little bit of all-purpose flour as you are kneading the dough until it's a little bit stiff but not too hard. So now I'm going to transfer my dough to my countertop. This is how your dough should be looking like. And once you've transferred the dough, at this point you'll need a baking tray for baking your cookies, and I've lined mine with some parchment paper. Also, you need a cookie cutter. There are 2 different sizes that I'm going to be using for this recipe. If you don't have the cookie cutters, you can use anything that is round. I'm going to flour my rolling pin and push the dough. You can see speckles of lemon zest on the dough. Push your dough to 1/2 inch, just like mine. And when ready, you're going to pick your cookie cutter. And when ready, you're going to pick your cookie cutter and cut out cookies. Remove the excess dough, place aside. Pick my pieces of dough and transfer to my baking tray. My oven is fully preheated, so I'm going to pick a kitchen towel and remove the lid. Carefully place in my baking tray in the pot. Place my lid back. Bake your lemon cookies for around 20 minutes or until you notice a very nice golden brown color on the bottom side of the cookies. The salt is going to evenly distribute the heat in the pot, hence you're going to bake your cookies perfectly. So I'm going to finish off cutting out the rest of the cookies, and for the next round I'm going to be using my smaller cookie cutter. After 20 minutes, I'm going to check on my cookies. Remove the lid. Pick my cooling rack. And very carefully, I'm going to pick my baking tray. Place it on the rack. Wait for around 2 minutes so that you can transfer the cookies on the cooling rack. Cover your pot once more so that the heat doesn't escape. And this is after 2 minutes. So I'm going to carefully transfer my cookies, which can be handled on my cooling rack. And then I'm going to add in my next round. You can see the bottom of the cookie is brown. That means that the cookies are well baked. And once done, you're going to open your lid, place in the baking tray once more. Cover and bake for 20 minutes. If you notice that your cookies are slowly baking, adjust the flames to medium low or bring the flames a little bit higher so that the cookies can bake. My last round is ready. I'm going to remove the lid, put out the flames, and carefully I'm going to remove the baking tray, place on my countertop. Wow, and the kitchen is smelling so good. I'm going to cover my pot. Don't throw away the salt because you can reuse to bake a cake or even more cookies. Once your cookies are done baking, keep them in an airtight container, and this is going to keep the cookies fresh. Cover with your lid and place on your countertop, ready for the kids. So my cookies have turned out amazing. As you can see, they are very crispy and they are browned on the bottom side. We have some that are much darker than the others, and it's quite okay. The lemon cookies are going to turn out amazing with a very nice zesty flavor. They are going to be crunchy on the outside and so delicious. Hope you'll be giving this recipe